Yo, 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 yo. What's good with it, man? It's the homie Mac. Music, art, culture, knowledge. Each one teach one. Peace and love. Um, Reporting live from the Dogon. Dogon. Yeah, again, each one teach one. Peace and love. Um, this has been a heck of a week, man. Um, George Floyd's killer, Derek Chauvin, Officer Derek Chauvin, he was convicted on all three counts. I think it was like second degree murder, manslaughter, third degree manslaughter. I can't remember all the off the top of my head. I can't remember all the I guess the specifics of his convictions. But that happened, and then I apologize if I'm mispronouncing her name. Spitting. I apologize if I'm mispronouncing her name. Makira Bryant, 16-year-old girl, 15, 16-year-old girl. I think she was 16. A child, a baby, that was murdered by police in Columbus, Ohio. The same day, literally like maybe 20, 30 minutes after, around the same time that Chauvin's verdict was released. Yeah. So yeah, and it's just interesting to me. Oh yeah, this is a session of Mac Minutes. Mac Minutes. I'm just speaking my mind. This may not be the most scholarly episode or segment of Mac Minutes, but I'm tapping in with my people. I'm listening to what the people are saying, and a lot of people are in their feelings. You know, and I think it's interesting. I had made a post on Facebook how people went from a lot of brothers and sisters went from Django to Sambo. You know, the Django was, yeah, we got the Chauvin conviction. We need to stop police brutality. We gotta get these people to understand, get the powers to be to understand that we're here, and then they need to acknowledge and respect our humanity. And then it was like seconds later with the Makira Bryant shooting, murder. It was, the police are doing their job. The police always do what they're supposed to do. They're just doing their job. And I'm just like, how y'all go from defund the police, Black Lives Matter, being, I guess, against the state to now, you call out state-funded terrorism. You're going super hard against that. And then seconds later, it's like, the police are just doing their job. The police will always do their job. And the thing that I struggle with is, I think when it comes to black people, African Americans, and not even just African Americans, just the whole African diaspora of black people, we are very moral. We have hearts for justice. We're for equity, equality, people being treated right. Until it comes to each other. We're like, I'm seeing black people on the front line, like, oh man, the cop that shot Makira Bryant, he was just doing his job. She was gonna kill the other little girl. She had the knife. I can't even get into the specifics of that scenario because I've heard so many different scenarios. I don't know what's true. But I know one thing for sure. I'm not gonna sit here and say that Makira Bryant, Makira. I hate that I'm just gonna call her Miss Bryant. Not even Miss Bryant. The child Bryant. The child that was murdered by the police. Like, I'm saying, everybody's justifying it. A lot of black men and black women are justifying it. And it breaks my heart. Like we've seen. I don't even want to go. I don't want to talk about Raul. What's his name? I can't think of the guy's name. I don't want to talk about the various white males who were apprehended after doing mass shootings, mass murders. I'm not even going to get into all that. I just think it's really interesting, the spectrum of innocence of the spectrum that the media. How do I say it? I think it's really interesting that the spectrum of childhood and humanity that the media propagates. You know, a lot of times, oh, when it comes to white shooters, oh, they're lone wolves or they're just they're children. Boys will be boys. You know, but when it came to um, Makira Bryant, you know, she was a child, and she was acknowledged as like a young woman, a woman. I think she was like 15 years old. You know, but it's. I mean, one of the things I noticed. I know black boys have always been perceived as being older, and as adults, but that holds true with black girls. Black girls are treated as adults. And my thing is this: I have a heart for justice too, but I feel like us as black people, this justice system has not been just towards us. You know, but we still have a heart for justice, even though the light of justice has not always been shined on us. And I think that speaks to our humanity. It speaks to our integrity, our character. Um, but it just seems the scales just feel unbalanced. You know, I feel like us as black people, we're so humane, humanitarian. We want to deal with having a heart of justice. We justify things that were done wrong to us. You know, and it's quite frustrating because it's like, how do you? I don't know. It's just one of those things where the situation with Makira Bryant, who was again a child. I'm not necessarily sure. There's so many different things that keep coming out with that scenario. I don't know what's true. So many different scenarios will come out. Apparently, she was a foster child. She was a ward of the state. She called the police, but the whole while she called the police to come protect her, she had to protect herself till they got there. But I don't even want to run down that rabbit hole because I keep hearing different stories. But I just feel like black people, we give people who don't look like us so much grace, but we don't extend that grace towards one another. And why is that? I mean, is it a form of psychosis? Is it a byproduct of white supremacy? I don't know. But yeah, I just, with this episode of MACK Minutes, I'm just trying to, I'm just trying to figure it out. I'm trying to make sense out of all this. The psychologically, why black people respond to things the way we do, the way the functionality of the media. There's just a lot of moving parts here. I don't really know what to say, because on my timeline, I saw a lot of black people going harder in defense of why Makira Bryant was murdered, going harder in defense of why she was murdered, than they go on white supremacy or just injustice that black people incurred. They go harder justifying, oh, we weren't right this time. She deserved to die. Like, I saw stuff like that. What if it was your daughter and someone pulled a knife on her? It was just, it's so many, yeah. Trying not to be emotional. I'm trying to be objective and logically sound. And I don't understand a lot of my people's thought process. I don't get it. I think Dr. John Herbert Clark said, black people will out-pope the Pope and out-Muhammad. We are the true believers. So if you give us a concept or something, justice, equity, equality, we will buy into it wholesale. Even when that grace is not extended and returned back to us. It is what it is. Even with, again, I don't know. I'm not going to go there. All I'm going to say is black people, we are the true humanitarians. We are true humanitarians. Again, with the Makira Bryant situation, that child, I just hope justice prevails in that situation. But even before, but again, there's no way that grown people should have just sat back and watched that go down. You know, someone should have intervened. But again, I'm still trying to figure out the specifics of that case. It's really murky. Um, yeah. But it was weird just seeing all these a lot of my people go from, yeah, we gotta attack state sanctioned murder, we gotta attack white supremacy. I'm glad that Chauvin was convicted. We still don't know what his sentencing is. Derek Chauvin, for all I know, this man might get 2 months probation. I don't know. Maximum, minimum, I don't know. I'm hearing 12, 15 years. I don't know. But at the end of the day, it just was weird just seeing a lot of black people. Yeah, go from we're against state sanctioned murder, blah blah blah. This girl was a baby. She was a girl. I mean, no. We go from not that way. No, I was saying how we went from we're against state sanctioned murder. We're against white supremacy. Derek Chauvin, he needs to be subjected to justice, and justice needs to prevail. To not even 24 hours later, a little black girl deserved to die. She deserved to die. I'm seeing black people defend this. I don't know. Again, I'm in my feelings. Maybe I'm not even sure if this is a cogent episode of MACK Minutes. I feel like it's cogent. It's just a lot of. I'm tired. I'm frustrated, and I don't. A lot of the psychosis that a lot of my people have, it's a byproduct of white supremacy. Stockholm syndrome on 10. Google that, Stockholm syndrome, and go check out post-traumatic slave syndrome. But yeah, I'm very careful in how I use the word coon. I think a lot of black people, we kind of indiscriminately use the word coon. But not gonna say that. Not gonna say coons. A lot of things don't make sense. I just feel like a lot of, I feel like if Makira Bryant was a 15-year-old white boy with a gun or a knife or whatever, somehow she would have been talked down, and there would have been a roundabout way to deal with that situation that would not entail violence. And I don't care what nobody says, there is an implicit bias that we have towards whiteness, and there is an implicit bias that we have against blackness. Black people amongst black people, white people amongst black people, white people amongst white people in proximity to black people. Like there's a lot of implicit bias there. I have no desire to be a cop. Don't want to be a cop. I know that's not an easy job, but when you understand the origins of the police, how we went from paddy rollers, slave patrollers, just people who would pretty much hunt runaway slaves. It goes from that to becoming the police force. And we live in a criminogenic society. Poverty, crime is big business. But that's a whole nother conversation. I'm signing out. From the Dogon, it's homie Mac. Music, art, culture, knowledge. Some of y'all went from Django to Sambo, man. Make it make sense. I don't understand, man. I feel like a lot of times black people will make excuses for how we're mistreated. We will make excuses for it. But yeah, reporting live from the Dogon, it's the homie Mac. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Subscribe to the YouTube channel, 82 Kings. Each one, teach one. Peace and love, man. It's the homie Mac. Signing off from the Dogon. I'm out.